If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference, become a moment maker, and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Good Sunday morning, fellas. What's up?
What up?
Welcome back to another episode of NBR. So, got a lot to talk about today. Dan Campbell. Is Dan Campbell rewriting the way coaches coach in the NFL? Do you think, obviously he's a little nutty for what he's doing, but are other coaches...
Is he?
But that's what I'm asking. Are other coaches going to start coaching this way?
Is
he rewriting the coaching playbook?
I think he's just finding his rhythm, what works for him.
I don't think that was nutty. You can't put that defense back on the field. I mean, they were.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about fourth down on your 30-yard line.
This is what I'm talking about. You can't put that. You can't punt. You can't put that defense back on the field. You're missing
15, 7 points.
You're missing 15 guys.
I understand that, but the defense was holding them the first half. They come
know.
right out in the second half, and he goes for it on his 30-yard line. That was a little crazy. I mean, I get where he's coming from. That's who he is, and that's how we're going to play. And he told the guys, if we're in a fourth down situation before the game, we're going to go for it. But yeah, I could see the other times where you're actually on the other side of the 50-yard line, but outside the 30-yard line, man, like you just can't be doing that.
I mean, that's him though.
I know.
And he came out. He came out and said he's going to be the reason why they lose games. He wants to be the reason. He wants that burden.
He's the reason why we didn't go to the Super Bowl last year.
Well, I mean, there's many reasons why, but I think that exact game is why he's doing this. That NFC Championship game is why he's running up the score, why he's not letting off. You know, he's beating teams 52-6, or I don't remember the scores off the top of my head, but he's beating the hell out of teams, and he's gonna play his style of football and not second guess himself. And you live by the sword and you die by it, like I've been saying. And you can't punish him for going for it and then praise him when he makes it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just like, sometimes you got to pick and choose, man. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it. If it's working right now, but pretty soon it's not going to work. That's all. I mean, it could cost another trip to the Super Bowl doing stuff like that.
Or it could get him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I think you're more chances of not. You have a better chance of not than you are.
He was 4 for 5. What's the percentage on that?
Yeah, 80. No, like I get that, but he was on the other side of the 50-yard line. I'm just saying, man, sometimes you just have to punt.
I mean, the odds were in his favor. What was it? 4th and 1 or 4th and 2? It wasn't 4th and 10.
No, it's 4th and 2, but you're on the 30-yard line. You literally just gave Green Bay.
It's not a rule where you have to punt it at the 30-yard line.
I know it's not a rule, but again, that nobody's ever done that in over 20 years. I
That
think it's
doesn't
been
make it
24
wrong.
years.
Yeah, that doesn't make
I'm
it
not
wrong.
saying it makes it
Fun,
wrong.
yeah.
I'm just saying is he
It's new.
redefining the way
That's
coaches are going to start
that's
coaching.
how sports are everywhere
I don't
now.
know that
It's just
anybody
new.
else has the balls to do that.
Yeah, see, now I just think that specific play when it was earlier in the game, I think there's just no reason to do that.
Yeah.
Just if you're on your 30, just flip the field and take even if the field you're gonna chew clock, so like they have to drive
If you
more, they
can't
can use
hold
more
it,
plays, they got
yeah.
there's
If you can't hold
more
the
of a chance for them
offense,
to turn the ball over.
exactly. If you can't hold the offense for 80 yards, you're damn sure not going to hold them for 30 yards.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't get 1 yard on offense, then you shouldn't be able to win the game either. So I think that's
I
his
agree.
mindset is it's only 1 yard. Who cares what down it is?
Well, 1 yard for them to drive 30 or punt it for them to drive 80.
Just talking about the yard.
You were just talking
The
what?
yard, and none of that matters.
Yeah, but
There's more to it than
think-
that. It's not just get the yard.
Their offense
think
is
it's
good enough,
that
and they've
easy.
proven all season long that it's just a yard. It's not. That's why he goes for it. It's
There's also-
like Eric was saying, the odds are in his favor. Even if you just break it down by the team, like they're obviously good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
to-
well,
How
I
are the
saw
odds in his favor, though?
speaking of that, John, I saw an interesting, or they're talking about it on the radio the other day. The Lions' average yards per play is 5.5, a little over 5.5. So, I mean, let's go. Let's do it.
I think it's why you guys are winning games. I think you guys are willing to risk it, and they know they're good enough. They practice it. They get ready. They prepare for it. It's part of their game plan. So it's really
I
not
agree.
that risky.
I agree.
It's
Yeah.
different.
Just live it, guys.
They give
It's
you 4
beautiful.
downs. They give you 4 downs.
Yeah, just live it, boys. It's beautiful. Let yourself go. It's beautiful.
It's
You
not
got to
beautiful
tell me
when
that's
you're-
how I play Madden. It's just
Yeah.
a little
That's
different.
what I'm
Exactly.
thinking too. I'm thinking Madden. I'm like, if it's Madden, I got a yard to go. I don't care if it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter. I'm going for it.
Did you guys see that meme? It said Dan Campbell plays our coaches the NFL like the 10-year-olds play Madden,
Yeah.
and he really does.
That's how everybody plays Madden.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but let's say it costs us a Super Bowl. I'm gonna be over here bitching on that next Sunday morning about it, but
Well,
don't
it's
know.
the same thing as like if you like 3-pointers in basketball, you live by it, you die by it. It's like don't not shoot it. I'm not going to take a layup every single possession just
I mean, that's
because
a
it's
little bit
riskier.
different.
That's completely different.
It's riskier,
That's
is it
not
not? And now they're
apples.
taking them from half court.
Apples and oranges, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's who he is, and you have to accept it. And he doesn't. Frankly, he doesn't give a shit what you say, what I say, what the national media says, what anybody says. He's going to do what he's going to do.
Yeah, I mean that's just who he is. I mean
Right.
that's his thing. But
And I think I would.
I just
be
don't
more,
think it's that crazy.
I think I would be more upset if he went away from what he's done, and it cost us a game instead of just being him.
The other
You know what
four,
I mean?
the other 4 attempts, I was cool with.
yeah,
But that one was just I don't know.
It's
I didn't see the risk reward
exactly.
really turning.
Well,
out
what
to
about
be.
that fake punt last year in Kansas City on our own 19 or whatever? Everybody was praising that Big Nuts Campbell because we made it. What if we would have not made that?
Would have been
Exactly.
fired, Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't praise him for one. He's gonna we're just talking around in circles at this point. But
Yeah.
I mean that's who he is. We
I'm
won the
just saying,
game. We won the
it's
game. We're
working.
12-1. Let's driver's seat of the NFC. Let's go.
I'm more against it when you take points away, when you do it in your zone, and you're like, oh, especially I guess with their offense, they score a lot, so they can afford to not get 3 points every once in a while. But if it's a low-scoring game, you take the points. But I guess it's the same argument you guys are making for deep field
Yeah,
position.
but you're giving points away at that point.
Giving points in their deep position.
Yeah,
But-
I get it. Keep your identity, man. But damn, 30-yard line
I mean, Big
for
Nuts.
no reason though, because you were winning that game.
I guess as long as they
But,
keep getting it.
It's all situational too. Because
Yeah, if you're down the stretch and you're down 10
No, I
points,
totally understand.
go for
And
it.
I know the history books and statistics and everything says you punt it in most of the spots that he goes for it. But
Just enjoy the ride, guys. It's
he's good
a
at
hell
it.
of a ride. Hell of a ride.
that may be his best feature as a coach. So I would be smashing that button every time too. You know, it's what makes me better than the rest of the league. So go for it.
So makes you wonder, like there's going to be a handful of coaches that get hired this year because there's already 2 coaches that have been fired. So are these owners going to be out there looking for the next Dan Campbell?
It's a tough thing to recreate.
I don't know if there's another Dan Campbell.
I don't think he could.
I think that was the
Definitely
first.
not a Dan Campbell.
I don't even think he could do what he's doing in another place.
No,
I think that's just a perfect situation.
Well, and I was talking. Speaking of all that, I was talking to my buddy about this. He really came into the perfect storm. Like Detroit is the perfect city for his attitude, right? Like he came in. He's hard nosed. He preaches like loving your teammates, right? Like, look at all those guys, like being a good teammate, doing the right thing. Like you don't have to be the best athlete out there, but there's things that you can't teach, and one of those is being a good teammate and working hard, and all of these dudes have that, and you can tell like it's the absolute perfect storm. And this team is so dangerous because they all love each other, every last person. Look at Gibbs and Montgomery. Last game they were introduced and they came out together. Like that's awesome, and it's dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. So the injury front, you know, Aiden Hutchinson, he's not going to come back anytime soon, man. But they showed videos of him walking around without crutches or anything, man. This kid is just a freaking beast, man.
It's crazy.
His leg was snapped in half, and now he's up and walking around, man. I swear, I'd probably be in traction for a year and a half, crying.
Yeah, he's an animal.
He's a monster, man. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, the Detroit, they're going to have a much-needed 10-day off before the Buffalo Bills roll into town. Hopefully we can get some of these guys healthy. Because literally they're playing right now with the other team's practice squad. I mean, that's another reason why he's going for it on 4th down. You can't expect these dudes that he's cherry picking from other teams' practice squad. You can't expect them to come in. I know they've made it to an elite level of the NFL, but there's levels of eliteness, right? They're on the practice squad for another team for a reason. And they're coming into Detroit and they're holding them when they can hold them. And, they still gave up 31 points. But these last few games.
The Packers are a good team. Like, don't discount that. The Packers are a good team.
Yes. That's not what I'm saying.
I know what
other last five games, really teams that they're playing are playoff caliber teams. I mean, the Buffalo Bills roll into town next Sunday, and they're 10-2. That's going to be no easy feat. And then you have the Chicago Bears again. You don't think the Chicago Bears want some redemption?
Yeah, and it's at Soldier Field, which is outside.
It's at Soldier Field. They have an interim coach that wants to make a name for himself. That's not going to be an easy game. They have the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to be coming after the Lions.
Yep. And then the Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings.
Yep. I mean, that game could be decide the North, really.
Yeah, the Vikings
keep winning.
Exactly. They're going to be fighting for the NFC North, so this is not going to be easy.
Yeah, we just got to get these guys healthy. Hopefully McNeil was just a small head injury, and Branch was just a cramp. Like we gotta get him going.
Yes, it's gonna be very, very stressful, but a fun 4 weeks coming up. Let's see. The Chargers are looking. Where'd he go? I was going to talk about his team. The Chargers are looking good there, pal.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, they're looking good. Heck yeah, and we don't have to play Detroit anytime soon, so hopefully we continue to look good. But
yeah,
We'll see. We had the Ravens. That was a good game, but they got us. But we bounced back against the Falcons, and we have a big game against the Chiefs tonight.
Yeah, hopefully
In
you guys
Kansas
beat the
City.
Yeah,
Chiefs.
that'd
I
be
hope we beat
awesome.
'em.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
but hopefully Jim Harbaugh has some special tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, he'll have them ready to play. That's for sure. Speaking of the Vikings, man, the Falcons roll into Minnesota, which would be a great game because we all know who the quarterback of the Falcons are. This is going to be one hell of a show here.
We need him to show out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think he will.
And
last week he threw 3 picks, I think.
Yeah, he did. No, it's against your boys. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, they played you guys?
Yeah.
What are the chances the Panthers beating the Eagles today? Like
Man,
I
almost
almost
won last
half
week.
percent.
Slim to none, but
0.
Well, the Detroit Tigers had 0.0002% of making the playoffs.
Oh, God.
he's not gonna let that go.
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah,
Saquon
looks
Barkley's
all
back
right
in-
last week, though. They hung in there with the Bucks. Took them to overtime.
If a team ever has a running back in MVP talks, just give him the ball and get out of the way. I think Saquon has a day and Panthers lose big.
Yeah, I bet Saquon has 200 yards of total offense, if not more.
I see that. I don't see
200
anybody on that
touchdowns.
defense being
3
able to stop him.
Yes.
Yeah, the Eagles are scary. That game last week against Baltimore was a statement for sure.
Yeah. Thank God we don't have to play them in the regular season, man.
Yeah, just hope somebody else takes care of them.
So when you play the Eagles, what do you do? Just focus on the running back?
Yeah,
Step
for
the
sure.
box.
Just stop him?
Yeah,
Let the receivers beat you?
AJ Brown burns you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of our game plan every week, isn't it? Just kind of hope they don't torch us too bad through the air.
Yeah, we need Anzalone back before we play the Eagles in the NFC Championship game if we make it that far. If that lines up.
Yes. We need a lot of things to happen in Detroit real quick. We need Brian Branch and Aline McNeil to get healthy.
Yep.
DJ Reader to get healthy. There's a whole list of them. How many guys do they have out?
15 including McNeil and Branch.
I think there's 13 on IR alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well, Eric, you want to talk about Juan Soto for a second there, pal?
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. I have never seen. I thought the Ohtani talks last year were wild. This is some next level stuff. He's meeting with. There's 5 teams he has that narrowed down to, and they're starting to send in their offers. And some people are reporting that it's $700 million at 12 to 15 years.
I think only the New York teams have offered him 700 plus.
Yeah. The Blue Jays, I submitted an offer too. No one's came out and said what it is, but I don't think it was very good. But I think
if the Blue Jays get him, that means Vladdy's on the market next year. So
yeah, and he's basically the guy said everybody's still in contention, but the 2 New York teams are the favorite.
I heard the Mets are going to offer him $730 million.
Yeah,
I think that's going to win it.
That's crazy money, man.
Well, the years is what's crazy. The 12 to 15
like 12
years.
to 14 years.
How old is he right now?
Is he 25, 24?
So he's gonna be close to. You're gonna be paying him till he's close to 40 years
he was
old.
22 when he won the World Series.
He's gonna be on your roster. He's like, that's rough, man.
Yeah.
He's 26.
Yeah, so he'll be 41. I don't know.
You're going to pay a 41-year-old $100 million.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Well, he's going to be on the books for longer than that if he defers $300 million.
yeah.
That's going to
Yeah, I
going to
don't
be on
know
the
if he's
books for
deferring.
25
I'm
years.
not sure if he's deferring or not. I haven't seen any
sure
of that, but it
will
seems
if
like
he
that's
can.
the thing to do. A lot of these guys are doing that now. But yeah, it'll be interesting. They said he said he wants to make his decision before the winter meetings, which start next week, I believe. So probably
Damn, man.
He won't make his decision by then.
There's
He's
no
going to
way.
drag it out.
so we'll see.
I saw things are starting to heat up for the new Japanese phenom coming out.
Yeah.
Yep. Once Juan Soto signs, everything will fall into place. I would imagine. You guys
I saw the Dodgers were trying to get that Japanese guy. It would be crazy.
The Tigers have some work to do this year, right? Skubal, it's his last year.
Yep.
It's a big one.
Yeah, they were saying that the Tigers made him a non-competitive offer. So I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound great.
Of course.
It sounds like if you really love Detroit and you want to come back and help us win a World Series, take this offer.
Yeah. I think that could have
right
been
after winning a Cy Young.
Scott Boras is his agent, so that could have been just Boras trolling, you know.
I think that was the worst thing for Detroit is that he won a Cy Young. He's got to get his money now.
Yeah, and he's going to get $30 million a year, if not 40.
He deserves $30 million a year. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, and he's already had Tommy John, so that hopefully, that hurdle's crossed already. So I don't know.
How old is he?
Mid-20s.
28.
But he won't get a 14-year contract.
No. Lifespan of a good pitcher is not necessarily as good as the lifespan of a good hitter, though.
Right.
True, especially with the DH.
Yeah.
It's very true. But we'll see. Hopefully we hear some news soon.
Yeah, I mean, we got to sign Skubal. That's number one.
Yeah, that's top of the list for sure.
That's Chris Ellich being Chris Ellich, man.
Yeah. But also, like I said, I don't know if that competitive offer was just Boras being Boras. You can't really trust that dude.
He's a money grabber, that's for sure.
Yeah. And there's reports too that the Tigers are looking at Nolan Arenado to play third and first base. So I wouldn't mind that on a cheaper deal. That guy still is an awesome glove.
When's the we don't need gloves, man. We need bats.
I mean, he hits 30 or 40 home runs a year too when he's healthy. So that dude's a ball player. He's a little bit older, but
when's the MLB's winter meeting?
I think they're next week.
It's like the 15th or something.
Yeah, it's next
That's
week.
pretty much when the signings start flying, right?
Yeah.
Let's get this thing rolling.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, that little playoff run the Tigers had needs
December 12th, Monday.
Kick Chris Ilitch in the behind a little bit to get us some players.
That's a Thursday.
Thursday.
It's next Thursday.
Take place in Dallas from Monday through December 12th.
Oh, so it starts tomorrow.
That's what it's saying here. And
it's tomorrow?
This is MLB.com.
So yesterday was the state championships of high school football in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And Oakland out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee won the game. And the MVP was my neighbor that I was telling you guys about.
Oh, nice.
He's got
What is the
25 or so D1 offers. He's already turned down $1 million from certain schools. I mean, this kid's going to be a baller, man. I think once the dust settles, I'm going to ask his dad if he and his son would come on the show and talk.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, probably. Obviously, he probably won't be able to say anything until after at least he won't be able to say anything or come on until like after he signs with.
Shit, if you get him on before, I got to talk to him a little bit about Michigan.
Get him to do his signing on the show. Do it live.
Yeah, do some
yeah, I'm sure much bigger. I'm sure much bigger shows are already on that one.
No. Tell him to give it to the little guy. That makes people want to see it more.
I'm looking out the window right now. I can literally see his house right now.
There you go. Go knock on his door. Hey, I got a great offer for you. We'll get you
I have
a
his
bunch of
dad's cell
hats.
phone number. I can just call him up.
Yeah, maybe you can give him a Minutes Wisely hoodie, Richard, to come on the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is like his way of hitting around, but during the game, he was holding up his hands like this, and he was wearing University of Tennessee gloves. Tennessee's on a short list. Michigan's on a short list. Alabama and Georgia. That's a pretty nice short list. I mean, you get to pick, one of those. And they're not picking you. You're picking them. That's crazy.
Yeah, you got them all on the hook too. Every last one of them.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. I can't wait till I run into that kid to congratulate him. So I just wanted to throw that in there, bounce it around a little bit. So have you guys seen the TikTok of DeChambeau trying to get a hole-in-one over his house?
Yeah.
So I just saw today that
what day is he on?
Donald Trump offered him to do it over the White House.
Donald Trump are boys.
Donald Trump's going to give him 100 tries to get a hole-in-one over the White House.
Only 100? How tall is the White House? That's got to be hard.
I bet you they can go over a shorter part of it. Put him on a deck or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they have it figured out, but I think it's going to be pretty cool if it does go through,
Yeah, that Donald Trump and DeChambeau breaking 50 was a good episode. If you guys haven't seen that,
I have not seen it.
I saw clips of it, but it's
quite hilarious.
Trump's a character, dude.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
he
was
funny.
He was
trying to hit a hole-in-one over his own house. Man, like the whole front of his house is nothing but glass. I'm like that. I'd be freaking shaking that shit right in the middle of a freaking pane window.
He makes so much money off of golfing, and now he's doing social media. I bet he makes more money off of social media than he does his golf. Yeah. Dude doesn't care about his glass house. That's extra views if he hits it.
One of his houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a gorgeous house, obviously.
Side house. He just hits golf balls over that house.
Yeah, if you guys have not seen that yet, definitely.
Yeah, he does a couple
TikTok.
a day, doesn't he? A couple shots a day.
So how it does is like day one, he takes one shot. Day two, he takes 2 shots. Day 3, takes 3 shots, all the way up. I think he finally got the hole-in-one on like day 20 or something. So it was like 20 shots that day. Whatever day it is, that's how many shots he takes. And it's pretty gold, man. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, NCAA, the championship weekend was this weekend. UGA pulled off a big win in overtime. I thought for sure, I was kind of pulling for Texas to win that one, only because I'm ready to see some new blood in there, But and while I'm watching this, it's like, why are they even playing this? Because both teams are going to make the playoffs. Why not just now that you open up to 12, take away the championship weekend, take the top 12 teams or whatever and play? Because I don't know, it's a moot point. Like, they're both going to make it. You have Alabama, who's 3 losses on the season. It looks like they're going to make it. It's like
Clemson beat SMU.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's basically what the playoffs was supposed to do. All it did was amplify the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we kind of knew this was going to happen, didn't we? Team number
so all
13.
All it did was open the doors for teams like Alabama to, they're going to make the playoffs regardless now.
Every single year.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like the worst year they've had in a long time. They're in.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like an 11 seed, but they're going to play like a 2 seed. So they're going to.
Yeah, and that 2 seed might be Boise State.
Or Arizona State.
Yeah, or Arizona State.
Yeah,
or
Clemson. How does this happen?
It may be Clemson.
But
either way, like, who's winning that game?
This is what aggravates me. You have Alabama, who's a 3-loss team. You have Army, who obviously they haven't played anybody, but they played Notre Dame and got blown out. But they're 11-1. But it doesn't matter who they played. You should go by their record.
Well, in that case, like Coastal
conference
Carolina probably be.
champions.
Well, if it's a D1 school, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
That's the thing.
I'm just
though,
glad I'm not on the committee, man. I'd hate to have to make these decisions.
There's how many D1 schools though? You can't like. It's way too many.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. You can't let a freaking 3-loss team in over a team that's 11-1. So that's just my 2 cents. There's a reason why I'm not on the committee.
The bigger problem is these conference champions are getting the top 4 seeds. So, you're going to have the Clemson be a 2 seed or a 3 seed. Boise State's a 2 or 3 seed. I don't know. Like, I think it should just be opened up to the top 12, not the automatic like top 4 seeds or the champions. And Arizona State's going to get a top 4. Like, they're going to get creamed by.
Right. And that's just going to get worse when they open it up to 16 in a couple of years.
Yeah, because people are bitching that 12 isn't enough.
Hey, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't watched a lick of college football this year, man. I just can't take it. The portal ruined it for me. Paying these kids, multi-millions of dollars ruined it for me. I mean, the kid from Georgia, the quarterback, he's probably not going to get drafted, I wouldn't think, because he's not that good. But here he is. He's out there blowing his money, buying his girlfriend a Lamborghini, man. Like, dude, seriously, you're probably not going to make the NFL. Well, even if you do, you might be on a practice squad somewhere. Like, maybe you should just save some of that money, pal.
That's what happens when you 18-year-olds millions.
Crazy.
Because I would have done the same thing,
Oh, yeah, exactly. But you would hope somebody's going to be in your corner and be like, dude, like, this is life-changing money, man. Maybe you should just like put it away and here's $100,000. Go splurge on yourself.
If my child
put the rest away.
If my child gave their girlfriend a multiple $100,000 car, we got problems. Okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe your fiance or wife, but your girlfriend. Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here? A Lamborghini?
Yeah, I talked to my neighbor about that, about his son, and he's worried about that too. He wants to pick a team. The way his dad is looking at the situation, which is, I feel like this is awesome. He's trying to pick a team where the coach will actually mentor his son and not just throw buckets of cash at him.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say where he told me he doesn't want his son to go because of the DUIs or issue at that school, because it's not my place to say what he told me on the outside, so I won't say it here on the air. But I was like, damn, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. I think your son will be all right. No matter
isn't that the point of college, like to learn and grow and make yourself an adult?
Supposed to be.
It's supposed to be, but you got all these coaches. All they want are stack the rings and championships up.
Most of these coaches at the top of the rankings are all the same. They just want to build their resume.
Yeah.
Use these kids as much as they can until the tube's empty, and kick them out and get the next one.
Yep.
That's the reason why I'm not against paying these kids, because they're the ones that are putting their bodies on the line and killing themselves for this school. So I agree with it. I agree with it, that part. That doesn't mean I have to like it, though,
No, and there has to be some cap. Like, you can't have these high school kids making more than the
league minimum. Or there just has to be like regulation. Yeah, we'll give you $100 million or $1 million, but like on a budget. We're not just going to give it to you.
Or give them a little cut right when they sign, and then hold it until
the rest
they graduate.
Until they graduate.
When they graduate, here you go.
I agree.
Yeah.
Or proceed on to the NFL or whatever.
Or when you're in school, you got to take like a finance or like some kind of money management class.
They should close down the portal too, man. The portal's ruining the game. Like, if you're not happy here, you're jumping in the portal like tomorrow. Like,
because you can't
lock
do that
it down again like it used to be.
You can't do that in any sport.
It used to be like that. There's no loyalty.
No, I'm saying you shouldn't be able to just play for 4 different universities in 4 years.
Right.
It's crazy.
I'm sure down the pipe there'll be changes. You'd assume, but who knows?
I'm sure they'll put regulations on it, but
too much jumping shit.
No, I think they like that. It's good,
it keeps the young crowd interested. They want to see a different jersey on a new player, and I get it. College is not the place for it. Do it in the NFL. If you want to sign up with a new team every time you get a contract, go for it. But
yeah, I get that's a great point. If you're going to pay these kids millions of dollars while they're teenagers in college, make them sign a contract. Okay, I'm going to give you this money, but you're stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. You got to stay until you leave for the NFL or graduate.
Yeah, one of the two. Like, we're not going to cough up all this cash so you can leave in 6 months.
Yeah, play one season for us and dip.
And it's happening all across the country.
Everywhere, yeah. We just had our top receiver just entered the transfer portal.
Yeah, they're doing it at any time, like whenever.
Well, they're doing it because it's like the first year in 4 years we haven't had an 8-win season, so they're like, "Oh, I'm out. I'm gonna go somewhere and win."
Yeah, and it's hurting the smaller schools like NC.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we can't get anything momentum going.
Yeah, what's wrong with sticking around and building a program around your best players?
Like a third-year
you can't
guy.
do that.
He's building good numbers. He's getting playing time. He's, it's not like we're giving him a hard time getting on the field. It's getting the ball, plays drawn up for him, but it's like, nope, you want more. That's what it is nowadays. Everybody wants more.
Everybody's just chasing rings.
Yep.
Looking for the next biggest paycheck, chasing rings.
It's a job.
Yes. And speaking of such, the Boise State running back is on the cusp of a very nice feat. Eric brought it up, so you want to speak about that, Mr. Eric?
Yeah, the Boise State running back is about to break Barry Sanders' single season rushing record. He's 124 yards away from it.
And he's got
quite amazing. I thought that was unbreakable. Quite amazing.
He's probably got one game to do it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Against a top elite team, though, that's going to be focused on stopping him.
Yeah.
You think Barry Sanders will be at the game?
I was just thinking of that. I want to feel sure.
I would.
Yeah, well, Barry Sanders wished him luck. And
I'm sure he did. I mean,
said the record
that he held for how long?
Yeah, and he said he's rooting for him, and he hopes the record was made to be broken. So he's really gracious.
Yeah, for sure. Because we all know Barry Sanders did not like records. He would pull himself out of games at the coach would be like, "You got 3 more yards to break this record." And he's like,
"Well, I think just like he broke the record and took it from somebody else, he'll be happy to pass it on to the next person." That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I mean, what an amazing! I mean, that was a unbreakable record in my book. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many yards was it? 2,400.
Something like that. I don't know.
Change, yeah.
That's stupid. That's stupid. What is
That's
that per game?
College, man.
Well, for Barry Sanders, that OK State team was probably not good, so probably like 12 or 13.
Yeah. Well, I saw yesterday they each had 344 attempts. So regardless of games, they each ran the ball 344 times, and Barry had 2,000 whatever, and
oh my god, 26-28.
Yeah.
Golly.
That's a lot of yards.
That is a lot of yards.
It's a lot of yards, man. It's a lot of running. It's a lot of hits. It's a lot. It's just a lot.
Yeah, that's a few miles, I believe. He ran.
Genty's at 24.97, so
yeah,
he's close.
Oh,
and he's jerky too. He's very elusive. So there's a lot of jukes going into those knees and hips.
He's a big boy too. I watched that game.
I know, it's crazy.
On Friday night, he's a big boy.
I'm reading an article here. He's going to enter the draft this year.
Good for him. I would.
He's got to. The position of running back, there's no
He won't have another season like this ever.
And his stock will never be higher.
That's what I'm saying. No way. You're breaking records. It's not like you're like, oh, he did good in the second half of the season. No, you capped out. You had a my player season.
Unfortunately, here it says the Cowboys are linked to him.
They have a good offensive line, though, don't they?
That same thing.
I don't think they do anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Their offensive line is kind of falling apart.
Well, that sucks for him then.
Speaking of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones came out and said that he likes his coach and he's probably not going anywhere. He's a Super Bowl winning caliber coach, so we're just going to keep.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl. That's 10 years
30
ago.
years ago, but that's cool.
With a different team, right?
Yeah, the Green Bay.
Packers.
Yeah.
What is
Aaron Rodgers?
He didn't win that Super Bowl.
I saw a funny
He can't
stat.
win
Speaking of the
Super Bowl.
Cowboys, Arizona State scored 6 touchdowns in AT&T yesterday, and the Cowboys have scored 5 all season.
All season. That's tough. Dang, why'd you got to do him like that, Eric?
Harry's bro, man.
That's tough.
That's
What a
hilarious.
clown Jerry Jones is.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him.
It's the best stat of the season.
Yeah, hilarious.
Agreed.
Either that or Aaron Rodgers' stat line this season is pretty laughable too.
So, hey, I saw an interesting stat this morning, and it's the Pistons.
Uh-oh.
Cade Cunningham, first Piston ever score a triple-double in Madison Square Garden.
He had a
Wow.
game last night.
Yeah,
He had
the
a
only
game.
one in the history of the Detroit Pistons, and they've had some great teams, man.
Yeah, they have.
That's pretty impressive.
Cade's that dude. Cade is that dude. If we're gonna do it, we need him. That's for sure.
Did the Pistons win the game?
We did. We're not looking too bad this year. I don't know. I'm not trying to get my hopes up, but it's from what the first couple of games of the season started out as. I was a little scared, but they've ironed it out a little bit. We're getting places. I can tell you it's better than the last 2 seasons. That's for sure.
10 and 15? That's not bad.
10.
That's not bad at all.
I think as of right now we hold a play-in spot, but I mean it's a whole. You said what, 10 and 15? 10 and 15. We got a whole
taking the league by storm.
60 games left to play.
That's all. You are.
Last I checked, we were 10.
It looks like the Bulls are 10 and 14, so they got you by.
They have half, yeah.
But I don't have a lot of faith in the Bulls. So
we still have. There's a 60-game season with 59.
Yeah, it's not getting into the playoffs right yet.
Homie just said he lost power. It's frozen over there. Oh, there he goes.
Uh-oh. Down goes Richard. Just when we were talking good about the Pistons, too.
Yeah, that's probably why he did it.
But yeah, other than that, it's been a good NBA start. I'm excited to see how the play-in or the mid-season tournament goes. And
speaking of that, the Pistons are undefeated in that, correct?
Nah, not anymore. We lost to the Bucks. Yeah, 3-1 though.
That's good. It's good. Win your pool.
Well,
it's good motivation. It gets the guys going. It's good money. Around the holiday season, I'm sure anybody could use that.
We have the Bucks. I don't think we're gonna win the pool.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's tough, but
yeah, basketball's got a long ways to go.
Yeah, for sure.
So excited.
The Lakers are kind of falling apart. He's missing that.
Yeah, I know, right? He has a chance to really send some jabs. Still barely hanging out. No, they're 10th. Yeah, they're just barely hanging on, but they're above 500.
Yeah, they're above 500 though. So.
It's just a hard West.
The West is crazy good.
And Memphis is
the Grizzlies
out here.
On too. Yeah.
The Rockets are 15 and 8. Where did that come from? So even Minnesota, they're only 12 and 10, and I think they're going to be really good. Denver's 11 and 10.
The Thunder, Spurs are going to be coming around the corner.
Thunder are killing it. I wish the Spurs would get it together.
I assume they would, like a couple years, even if they don't.
Yeah, that's true. They
won't
haven't played much together, so
it's a super young team.
So yeah, it's early in the season. We got a long ways to go. Boston's looking good. Cleveland's looking good.
The East is top heavy, and then the West is just loaded.
Yeah, the East is very heavy, to be honest with you. If Orlando keeps playing well.
Franz Wagner's went down. Pretty big injury, I think. Though.
I honestly don't even think Charlotte's a bad team, but they don't win a lot. So
we'll see.
Yep, we'll see. Long ways to go. More interested in baseball stuff for the nearsighted future.
Yeah, these winter meetings are going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited. If he said he wants to sign before the winter meetings, that's today.
That's today.
I've been refreshing my Twitter the whole time I've been on since you said that. I was thinking about it. And I looked up the date and I thought it was the 12th, and I read it again. I was like, no, that's today.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure
ain't signing until after the winter meetings.
I'm sure the Mets are going to throw just stupid money at him, like they
The
always
Mets are
do.
going to get him. I think they're going to offer him over what they think somebody else might offer him. So you're talking $730 million.
Yeah,
I think that's what he'll go. They'll give him the 14 years and just sign their life away. And dang it, he got back on.
Welcome back.
We almost got you kicked off.
Okay, there you go. You're back. Never mind.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You're good.
My whole entire house just lost power.
Time to move.
Is it storming?
I have no idea what's going on. Sorry about that. I guess I got to pay the electric bill every once in a while.
Yeah, seriously. Man.
Oh, dang. I forgot about that.
Everything just went black I'm like, what the hell? Well, all right. So I don't know what I missed, but are we good to wrap up, or you guys still talking?
No, you can
You didn't miss much.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on, everyone. Sorry about the little snafu.
Oh, good. Still a successful show.
Yes, it's pretty good. Lions have a much needed break. The Pistons are going to start rolling here. The Red Wings are not, and hopefully the Tigers sign Schoolball. So,
yep,
more to come next Sunday.
We are big NFC South fans today. Let's go.
And Chargers fans, go Chargers.
Let's go Panthers. Let's go Falcons. Come on,
Panthers.
Yep.
Let's go.
Panthers and Falcons. We need them big time.
Chargers and Chargers.
I'm cool.
I would
Yeah, Chargers.
prefer-
Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer
The Chiefs. Come on.
The Panthers win because we need that little cushion, but the Vikings to lose would be nice also.
How about both? Let's just root for both.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm down.
And that whole NFC South.
Yeah,
needs to
I'm
win.
just
they
saying
all
if,
should lose.
if I had to pick one, I'm picking the Eagles to lose, but because we could control our own destiny with the Vikings.
Yep.
Very true.
Just don't lose.
I mean, we control our own destiny with either. The Eagles have one loss or two losses, so if we
That's
win,
true. Even if we lost next week to the Bills, from what I'm reading, the Lions would have the tiebreaker in the NFC.
That's what I read. That same thing.
So we're basically 2 games up.
We have a better
We have a nice
strength.
little cushion.
We have a better strength of victory and strength of schedule. So it's the tiebreaker since we didn't play the Eagles.
Yeah, and plus we haven't lost in our division yet either. That's one of the deciding factors also.
It's a big one.
Yeah. So just
We'll
keep
see.
winning those
We got 2
games,
more
man.
games.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yep. See you guys. Have a good week.
If you're watching Juan Soto, go to the Yankees.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
guys. Go Chargers.